identical resumes, same education, same experience, same qualifications. One gets callbacks 30% more often than the other. The only difference? The name at the top. But this isn't just about hiring bias. It's about a systematic wealth transfer that's been happening for decades. What if I told you that financial institutions, retirement systems, and investment platforms are designed in ways that systematically extract wealth from women and transfer it to men? Not through conspiracy, but through structural design that most people never notice. By the end of this video, you'll see the financial system differently. You'll understand why women control only 32% of global wealth despite making up 50% of the population, and more importantly, how to navigate around these built-in disadvantages. Here's a question that will make you rethink everything. If a woman and man start identical jobs on the same day, work the same hours, and receive identical salaries for 40 years, who will have more wealth at retirement? You might think they'd be equal, or maybe the woman would have slightly less due to pay gaps. But the real answer will shock you. Drop your guess in the comments, because when I reveal the actual wealth difference later, you'll understand why the system isn't just unfair. It's mathematically rigged. This isn't about individual choices or personal responsibility. This is about systemic design that compounds disadvantages over decades. I have analyzed financial products, retirement systems, and investment platforms specifically looking for gender-based structural disadvantages. What I found wasn't intentional discrimination. It was something more insidious. Systems designed around male life patterns that systematically disadvantage women. I interviewed financial advisors, analyzed product terms, studied fee structures, and tracked historical data. The patterns are undeniable once you know what to look for. Let's start with something most people never question: credit scoring. The algorithms that determine your creditworthiness are built on assumptions that favor traditional male career patterns. Women are more likely to have career gaps for childcare, elder care, or family responsibilities. Credit algorithms interpret employment gaps as risk factors, even when women return to work at the same or higher salary levels. Women receive lower credit limits on average, even with identical income and credit scores. Lower credit limits mean higher utilization ratios when women carry the same balances, which damages their credit scores more severely. The result? Women pay higher interest rates on everything from credit cards to mortgages. Over a lifetime, this translates to tens of thousands of dollars in additional interest payments, wealth transferred directly from women to financial institutions. But here's the kicker. Those higher interest payments mean less money available for investing and wealth building. It's not just the extra cost. It's the opportunity cost of what that money could have grown into over decades. Now let's talk about investment fees. Women tend to prefer actively managed funds and financial advisors because they often feel less confident about investment decisions. The industry knows this and exploits it. Actively managed funds charge fees 10 times higher than index funds. A 1% annual fee might not sound significant, but over 30 years it reduces your wealth by over 20%. Women are systematically steered toward higher fee products that erode wealth faster. Financial advisors often earn higher commissions selling complex products to women. Variable annuities, whole life insurance, and actively managed funds all generate more revenue for advisors than simple, effective index funds. The marketing is sophisticated. Financial products marketed to women emphasize safety and peace of mind, while products marketed to men emphasize growth and returns. Same companies, different messaging, different fee structures. Meanwhile, robo-advisors and self-directed investing platforms, which offer the lowest fees and best long-term returns, are marketed primarily to young men with tech-forward branding that often alienates women. The retirement system itself is built on assumptions that disadvantage women structurally. Social Security benefits are calculated based on your highest 35 years of earnings. Women who take career breaks for family responsibilities often don't have 35 full earning years. Traditional pensions were designed around 40-year single-employer careers, a pattern more common among men. Women who change jobs for family flexibility or better work-life balance often missed vesting periods and pension benefits. Even 401k matching systems favor higher earners. A 3% match on a $100,000 salary is $3,000. A 3% match on a $50,000 salary is $1,500. Same percentage, but the absolute dollar advantage compounds over decades to massive wealth differences. Women are more likely to work part-time for family flexibility, but most employer benefits, including retirement matching, exclude part-time workers. This means women often pay the full cost of benefits while men receive subsidized benefits through employers. Women also bear higher healthcare costs throughout their lives, from reproductive health to longer lifespans requiring more end-of-life care. These costs come directly out of wealth-building potential. Let's connect the dots. These aren't separate issues. They're an interconnected system that transfers wealth from women to financial institutions and, indirectly, to men who benefit from the same systems. Higher borrowing costs, plus higher investment fees, plus lower retirement benefits, plus higher healthcare costs equals a systematic wealth extraction that compounds over decades. We're not talking about small differences. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars over a lifetime. These systems weren't designed with malicious intent. They evolved when most women didn't work outside the home, when single-income households were the norm, when women's financial needs were considered secondary to men's. But society changed faster than financial systems. Women now make up nearly half the workforce, start more businesses than men, and often serve as primary financial decision-makers for their families. Yet the systems haven't adapted. The financial industry profits from these inefficiencies. There's little incentive to redesign systems that generate higher fees and interest income from women. Regulatory agencies often lack the gender analysis to identify these structural problems. Other countries have recognized and addressed some of these issues. Australia requires gender impact assessments for financial products. Some European countries mandate pension credits for caregiving years. The US lags behind in systematic reform. Understanding the system is the first step to beating it. Here's how to navigate around these structural disadvantages. First, gaming the credit system. Maintain multiple credit cards with low utilization, even if you don't need them. Request credit limit increases annually. Use credit monitoring to catch and dispute any errors immediately. Second, avoid the fee trap. Stick to low-cost index funds regardless of marketing pressure. If you use a financial advisor, demand fee-only compensation, not commission-based. Question any product with fees above 0.5% annually. Third, maximize retirement benefits despite system biases. Contribute to retirement accounts even during career breaks if possible. Understand spousal IRA rules. Consider Roth conversions during low-income years. Fourth, build wealth outside traditional systems. Real estate, business ownership, and direct investing can bypass many of the fee-heavy financial products that extract wealth from women. Fifth, understand the tax code advantages available to women. Many business and investment tax benefits are underutilized by women, representing missed opportunities to keep more wealth instead of transferring it to the government. Remember that question about identical careers? Even with identical salaries, the woman will have approximately $400,000 less wealth at retirement than the man. Same work, same pay, but the systematic disadvantages compound to massive wealth differences. Higher borrowing costs, $75,000. Higher investment fees, $150,000. Lower retirement benefits, $100,000. Higher healthcare costs, $75,000. The system literally extracts nearly $500,000 from women over their working lives. This isn't wealth that disappears. It's wealth that gets transferred. To financial institutions through higher fees. To employers through subsidized benefits for male pattern careers. To government through tax inefficiencies that women are less likely to optimize. Multiply this across millions of women, and you're looking at the largest wealth transfer in human history. Trillions of dollars systematically moved from women to other parts of the economy through structural design. If this video made you angry, good. Channel that anger into action. Hit the like button to help more women see this content. The algorithm rewards engagement, and this information needs to spread. Subscribe and hit the notification bell because next week I'm revealing the specific financial products and services that are the worst offenders, plus the exact alternatives you should use instead. Share this video with every woman you know. Comment with your own experiences of financial discrimination or systematic disadvantages. Building awareness is the first step toward building systemic pressure for change. The system isn't broken. It's working exactly as designed. But once you understand the design, you can choose not to participate. Knowledge is power, and power builds wealth. I'll see you next week.